Everybody, welcome to Rude Awakening TV. So this morning I woke up like this. It was worse. I was thinking of not doing the stream at all, but you know, with a little bit of warm water, I had a shower, a little bit of Benylin, I got a little bit of voice, so we're gonna do it. And if I find my voice starting to go away, we're just going to put some music on. So today we're going to, just before I get to what we're going to do, last week we went to Whitewood's home store in Amherstburg, Ontario, and we did a traditional Christmas pudding. It was really fun. You know, when you do a live demo like that, you've got cooks in the house. So these aren't people who just wandered in thinking, what is this all about? These are cooks. And so it's always fun because they've got some expertise, they've got some skills, and they want to learn something new. So we made a traditional Christmas pudding there, met a lot of nice people, and just had a fun couple of hours. Today we're going to make a Christmas pudding cocktail. And we had one yesterday, and we both agreed it was nothing like Christmas pudding at all. So let's start it. Let's see, so.
Christmas pudding drink.
Christmas pudding cocktail, right. So we start off with a little bit of, now look, the kind of brandy I'm supposed to have is Henri de Querville Cavados. I don't have that. I live in small town Ontario. There's no chance I'm going to find that. And I did do some research on it. It's really hard to find. So it says substitute with an apple brandy, which is what we've done. So we're going to put 50 milliliters of this brandy in and see if we can replicate the Christmas pudding. Now, what I saw online did not have rum, and we agreed, what's Christmas pudding without rum? But we're making this cocktail today. So 50 milliliters or so of brandy. That's what we start with. Then we're going to put a little bit of Grand Marnier, 25 milliliters of Grand Marnier. So a little bit of that orange flavored. Yeah. We'll see if I can. I'm going to put that rum in there today and try and change this up.
Might make it brown.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, but you think about Christmas pudding and the rum sauce. It's brown. Oh, now we have to put in a little bit of simple syrup, but this is a unique simple syrup. This is a mulled wine. We don't need that up just yet. Oh, the little one on the side. So the mulled wine syrup, this, would you believe, was about a half a bottle of wine. So you put it in with brown sugar, clementines, cloves, cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, star anise, and a little bit of grated nutmeg. I think that was it. Is there vanilla on your?
Spice and, yeah, vanilla mixed spice.
Maybe I have to, yeah, vanilla. A mixed spice meant like cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice, all of those things. Hey, Treats by Mom, welcome. Hi, Jane. So I made this, that drink will take care of your sore throat. It's not actually a sore throat. I have bronchitis, so as soon as anything hits me, I'm done for a couple weeks. But hey, Allison Chains, welcome. So this is mulled wine, half a bottle of wine, bunch of stuff, and you reduce it. Now, I find that when I push my voice, it makes me want to cough a little bit. So I have some water with a little bit of lemon and a little bit of maraschino cherry juice, so just so I felt like I was having a Shirley Temple. So who do we have here? We've got Allison, Jane, and I'm Victoria. So Victoria was showing me, I don't know, I'll just call you Victoria. She was showing me, they were showing me, this Daddy's, what was it called? Daddy Scrubber and Scrub Daddy, Scrub Mommy, or Scrub Mommy, or something like that. Why do you think that products have to be gendered? We were talking about this. Why do products have to be gendered? And then they were showing me something called Battery Daddy, Scrub Daddy and Scrub Mommy, side by side in the dollar store. Why do products have to have some kind of a gender? And this Battery Daddy, why couldn't you call it a Battery Caddy? Didn't make any sense.
Papa Joe.
Papa Joe, welcome, welcome. So we are making this Christmas cocktail, Christmas pudding cocktail, scrub ant. And we've got brandy, Grand Marnier, and now we're putting in a little mulled wine. It says a splash. You know, let's put, I don't know what a splash is. So I'm going to put about 4 of these little tiny cute little teaspoons. I love that little teaspoon.
You might notice I'm mic'd up today, so I'll be adding my 2 cents sometime.
The reason this person has a mic on today.
Oh, Papa Joe subscribed.
Oh, thanks, Papa Joe. You know what? We need to get some sound alerts, and we're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, Papa Joe. Very nice. So now we add a little bit of ginger beer. But I don't know if I want to put the ginger beer in this cocktail. No, we're going to add some rum because yesterday we had one and we thought, like, where? Now this drink is really going to go. Where is the rum? All right, I'm just going to put a splash. I think it's going to make it different.
There's the recipe again for a minute.
And plus with the Benelin, oh yeah, this is like a Friday night speakeasy radio show. Except we're not doing edibles on our show today. So we've had a little bit of snow. It's beautiful. Scrub third cousin twice removed. Yeah. There we go. A little bit of snow outside our house. That was taken just a few minutes ago. There's Tom doing what he does outside, which I refuse to do. I took the damn lid off again. Yeah, so this is what we had this morning. Beautiful. I love it. When I was working full time, I didn't love it. And now that I work from home, I don't care. I let it snow. I've got a nice little garnish here today. I've got candied orange, a maraschino cherry, and a little piece of crystallized ginger. I think that really, you know, oh, I know, I heard the snowblower not wanting to start. I like sweet drinks. Now, this is straight up alcohol if you were following me. Okay. And now we're going to put a little ginger beer. Speakeasy had Fran Disco's last night, so probably a late night at the Speakeasy studio last night. Might not see too many. Oh, I don't have a straw. You care?
No, I don't care.
All right, there you go. Let's try our Christmas cocktail. Christmas pudding cocktail. I don't know why I don't include that.
Wow.
Okay, do you get Christmas pudding? No.
I get it. Very tasty and smooth and creamy.
You know, it is better with the rum. Yeah. Definitely better. It feels good in my throat. Okay, so I'm going to have the Christmas pudding cocktail and the water, because who knows what's going to happen there. So we're going to do some fun things today. Mostly we're talking about air fryers. Because our December 18th is an air fryer giveaway, if your name is drawn and you say, I've already got an air fryer, then let's find something that you need in your kitchen because it's not ready to go yet. So we could get something else from, I think Ninja is the sponsor. So we'll talk about that if your name's drawn and you don't want an air fryer. But let's talk about air fryers today. Raise your hand in the chat if you have an air fryer. So there's different types of air fryers. So nobody's raising their hand. Now, to me, a Christmas cocktail ought to taste figgy and sweet. I gotta get a straw. I can't taste. I just cannot taste it correctly without a straw. I'm going to take my garnish and put it right in the drink because I think that ginger will be nice. Oh yeah, look at brand new merch. Brand new merch. And I got a shirt for myself, of course. It looks great. You might not feel comfortable wearing a shirt that says rude, but I somehow think that anybody on this chat right now would be just okay with that.
Just rude.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get the Christmas pudding. What do you think?
Booze.
Maybe.
Swag.
Swag, yes. Papa Joe, we have swag for you. We have aprons, all kinds of merch. It's fun. I'm shameless. That's great. Now, we are going to be doing air fryer stuff today. We're also going to be doing some sides because the idea behind an air fryer is that it's quick. It's, you come home from wherever you've been and you put things in together. There's some pros and there's some cons to an air fryer. So if you have one, if you have an air fryer, you know the pros to it because you've purchased one. If you don't have one, it may be because something is holding you back, the cons of it. So I have an air fryer. We're going to use it I have to be perfectly honest with you. I have used my air fryer for French fries only. And the reason I even bought one was because during the lockdowns, we craved out food. We craved takeout and, there was nothing to go to. So we got this air fryer simply so that we could make French fries. And I don't think I've ever made anything other than French fries with it. So, no, I don't need two. These do take there's one of the cons. They do take some real estate in your kitchen. I know a few people who just keep it out all the time on their cupboard, and there is a double one now.
Walmart.
Right, and Wolf sells one, and if you need to unload $1,500, Wolf sells one. They can go down to, I've seen them as cheap as $55, and they're small baskets. What I think they're great for, though, is if you are a one-person or a two-person family, you can make a dinner in this. But to tell you the truth, I've never made anything but French fries. But today, yeah, Walmart or Wolf, there's a difference. There's no E on Wolf, is there?
I don't know.
I want one so bad, but oh my God, I don't have the space for it. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do you have a toaster oven? Maybe that's something you use. I know they take a lot of room now. The smaller you go, the less you can make in it. First of all, we're going to leave that go. I have pre-warmed my air fryer, but I'm going to make a cranberry sauce today. I'm going to just lend into the American Thanksgiving coming. We're also going to be making pork chops today. And so I thought, well, when we make pork chops, I always make an applesauce to go with it. But the applesauce just didn't do it. So I was thinking, hey, why don't I make an applesauce and a cranberry sauce and put them together? So we've come up with something that I think you might like on your toilet tank. Nice. So we're going to peel some apples. I'm going to have about 4 to 5 pounds of apples. I made this a couple days ago, and I made sure 3 to 4 pounds of apples. Let's peel the apples first. All right, so we're going to put about 3 to 4 pounds of apples. So we're talking about air fryers, but we're also talking about gendered products. Have you seen pork chops and applesauce? Have you seen gendered products? There has to be something you've seen that's unnecessarily gendered. And it's not even like with the scrub daddy and the scrub mommy, that's not even like it needs to have a gender. It's not like one of those genders is using it more than the other. I have noticed that our little town, our fair, after Victoria started talking to me about that, so I noticed that our fair is called the daddy of them all. I saw hand wipes that were marketed to men. Okay. Now, this little apple peeler, if you don't have one and you're really into apple dishes, which I am, You should get it. It's not an expensive tool. It takes very little space, and I can peel apples pretty damn quick with it. Yeah, I don't know why we'd have to have wipes to, man, what were they called? Like, what would...
Grease balls?
What would they be called? Dude wipes. So, Toronto, do you have snow? I imagine you do. Were they dude wipes? Yep, they were dude wipes, apparently. Wow. We're hoping to see thistle and oak. If you need a nighttime cooking stream to watch, thistle and oak are great. Hoping they show up. We'll shout them out if they come on. Real fun couple of folks that stream delicious food. If you can, go give them a follow. They've been really accommodating to me. They've helped me out a lot. And I find myself now getting into a circle, a community of food and drink. And I'm sure if you're a streamer, you understand that importance. This isn't really a cold. This would be bronchitis, and you probably did, though. All right, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice is going to go in here. We're going to get this cooking, and then we're going to go on to our other things, taking a little less
Any fluid?
structured.
Any fluid with the apples?
Yep, it's coming.
Oh, coming.
It's coming. All right, first let's put the lemon juice. I put the lemon juice right away so that the apples won't go brown on us. It doesn't really matter if you, but you will get a color. Let's put the whole lemon in. Whoa, see all those seeds fall out? Seed right in there. Yeah. Oh, I just keep splashing myself. Okay. Next thing that goes in is 2 cups of cranberries. So here's the combo. So I just see this condiment as being used in chicken, pork, turkey, and today we're having the pork chops done in the air fryer. So I know that juicer. I saw a streamer using it, and I loved it, and I use it over and over, and it's solid, it's metal. So it's a good investment. We're going to put in half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 cup of white sugar. Now, Jane, was it Jane asking about the liquid?
No, PJ.
PJ?
Yeah, Papa Joe.
1 cup of water. And half a teaspoon of salt. Now you could put cloves in here. I don't really want cloves. I stick to that for Christmas. And I don't really want to spoil that Christmas special thing we have. I'm going to put this on to start cooking, and then we'll go into our air fryer. Let's stir this. So last week, thank you for everybody who showed up on my stream last week. We were at this store called White Woods Home in Amherstburg, and it was really, really a fun thing because I had cooks in the house that had some expertise, had some interest in learning new things, so that's always fun. I love doing those cooking demonstrations like that. All right, so you can see what I've got. I've got a combo. I could even put more cranberry. Depend, do I want more cranberry? Do I want more apple? And today I'm going more for the apple. So we're gonna put that on to start to simmer a little bit. Yeah, so if you watched the stream last week at Whitewoods, I was using an induction burner of theirs. It was silent, it was beautiful. So I came home and I thought, I need one of those to, just to increase my workability. Wait, I gotta take a drink. God. And so I got one like really quick from Amazon, and I did all my research, and the reviews said, this one's perfect, you're gonna love it. And I got it, and it sounded like a freight train was coming through the kitchen when you used it. The one I used at Whitewoods was silent. This new one, and the brand name was Tanovo or something like that. It was so loud that I knew like it was going to sound like a freight train over my microphone. So I sent it back, and I'm going to try a new one. And Thistle and Oak said they use it and it's quiet, so we're going to try that one. All right, we're going to just start off with the most simple thing to do in an air fryer, and that is French fries. Now, yesterday I told Jane, because we were doing a Christmas market together, I told Jane I was doing French fries, and she said, come on, doesn't everybody know how to do French fries? Well, maybe not. But there's two ways you can do French fries in an air fryer. There's another way even to do sweet potato fries. We're just going to do russet potato. I wash them, I even scrub them, but I do not peel them. I like the peel. It keeps the structure of the potato if they overcook. This one I tried something with. It didn't work. I have a French fry cutter on my KitchenAid food processor, and that thing would not make a French fry if you paid it to. So we're going to cut them by hand because it's the way I do it all the time. There's two ways. You can just cut a russet potato and put it in a salted water, let it soak, and I've been doing that since we got the air fryer. I put it in some salted water. I do that for a couple hours. I dry them off, and then I coat them in oil. Talking to other people and looking up some research on how to do a French fry, the salted water is not necessary. I kind of think it is. But today I'm going to do it true chips as opposed to juliennes. Right. Well, like a potato wedge. So I'm going to do it just oil and put it in the air fryer. And let's see what we get from that. I'm going to make them kind of wedgy. But if one is too big like this, this is what I'm going for. So this is what I'm going for, is this kind of a shape. So we'll just cut these up and we'll coat them with some oil. We're going to be doing some Brussels sprouts today. And
pork chops and applesauce. That's swell.
I've got some plans for some lunch. It is a cold winter day, and I think lunch should slap today. So let's look. Yeah, see, look at this one. About the chips. No wedgies. This morning I got up, heard my voice, and what song do you think went into my head? Flawless. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Flawless. All right. These are nothing special. These are really basic, but we like this. We like this rustic potato. So, I'm cutting them up. I think there's, Allison is here, so I have a streamer in the chat, talking to other streamers about getting people onto Twitch. And what's curious about it now is I'm having a higher viewership on Twitch in my VODs than I do on YouTube. And that's a phenomenon that I am trying to figure out. I might keep that one. So I'm just making them all pretty uniform in size. Now let's go through some of the pros of a air fryer. That is I didn't talk to anybody. First time, hey, Dana's Kitchen is here. Welcome to Dana's Kitchen. Listen, if you want to watch a really good stream, Dana's Kitchen-ish, I think she might be a little bit in the same age frame as I am, I'm not sure, Dana's Kitchen, oh, Dana, I've got this going on today, is a fun stream, good food, family food, big kitchen with lots and lots of good things going on. So, and Dana's from Texas, so you know there's big food, great things going on. Welcome, thanks for showing up. If you can, please go give a follow to Dana's Kitchen in the food and drink. You won't be sorry about following that. So YouTube has changed the algorithm, so there's an ad every 10 minutes, makes longer videos harder to watch. Very, very true. I find that my shorts, my YouTube shorts get thousands of views, and then the YouTube longs, the regular, thank you. This kitchen was designed for this stream, so we do like our kitchen. Thank you very much. So we made a Christmas pudding cocktail, and it has brandy, Grand Marnier rum, and then ginger beer on top with this little bronchitis thing that hit me in the middle of the night. Oh, and a little bit of mulled wine syrup. This is kind of fun to do. You take some wine, you reduce it with, you mull it with mulling spices, and then you use it as a splash in the drink. It's yummy.
Welcome, Darth Furbaka.
Happy Sunday, Darth Furbaka. Welcome. Are you a streamer?
Apparently, Dana isn't.
Oh, how nice if Dana brought Darth. We're doing basic French fries. We talked about 2 different ways to do French fries. You can do them in a salted water, drain them, dry them, put some oil on it, or we're going to try today straight up oil on our French fries. Like sweet potatoes, I beat some egg whites and I do a little bit of an egg white wash on them. Yay! Darth, are you a streamer? If you are, let us know. This is a spice company you might be interested in. I've been using them for a while now. This is called Canal Spices. There's a Montreal Canadian group of women who create these spices. It's a compound spice, so you can just let them do the mixing if that's your thing.
Okay.
Darth is an amazing food and drink streamer. Yay! Okay, if you could go give Darth a follow, please. What time do you stream, Darth? Maybe somebody on the chat would like to watch that. Now, I can't put these in the air fryer right now. My air fryer is... No, you don't put a space. My air fryer is heated up, but it's so loud. That's the problem. 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, good. So we're Eastern Standard Time as well. You must be in the same time zone. Well, thanks for showing up today. I appreciate it. That's what we have today. We just saw a picture of it. We have a little bit of snow, and it fell in the night. Hey, we like it. I'm a winter person.
Yeah, you don't shovel it.
I don't shovel it, and I don't like to go in. This is it. I'm a winter person. Doesn't mean I like to do winter sports. Doesn't mean I like to even be out in it. Yeah, I love my kitchen, but thank you. You know what? This is where I want to be. And so when it snows, it's my favorite thing because it gives us a reason to say, oh, I can't go out in that. I better stay home and cook. And that's what we do. We are going to make some Brussels sprouts. So we're going to clean off the ends a little bit. I enjoy watching Dana. Darth, I haven't watched you yet, so I have to get on there. I enjoy watching Dana because it seems like it might be a husband and wife team. And she's lovely, she's pleasant, she's accommodating. They do a great job with their tech and their togetherness. It's a nice stream. Good food too. And then there's something about streamers who end their stream with eating their own food. I like that. We don't often get to that point. But I'm also not one of those 4-hour streamers. So there are people who stream cooking for 4 hours, and I've realized maybe I need to just relax the pace. I've watched some of the people in my people in the community, and I've realized I don't have to rush through. If you want to, watch me for a while, go away, come back, I'm good with that. All right, we're going to I'm just taking off the bottoms because, as Bombay would say, hey, bottoms. So my name is Connie Powers, and I am Rude Awakening TV. If you're here, you have found me, and I appreciate that. I stream right now. We're streaming once a week. We just don't really, we have some other irons in the fire, and this is what the time slot that we do, and it's because it's a real time slot for us. Yeah, just rude. It's a real time slot for us because this is when I cook food for us for the week. Let's face it, I cook every day, but this is when I do the bulk of it. So this just suits what we really do. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off the ends. If you're in Texas, I don't do Texans know about snow?
North.
North, but I don't know where Dana's at, and I don't want to dox her. So, yeah, we did get, now for the Americans in the house, I don't have a translator. We did get about 5 centimeters, and it's about 3 below Celsius. Every now and again, we get some snow. But is it the kind of snow that it looks pretty, it falls, and then it goes away? Is that what you get? Okay, so I'm going to go to the, let's talk about air fryers. Dana's here, Darth is here. We do have, for those up in the Panhandle, they already got some this year. I don't think I could live in an area that doesn't get snow. I really like seasons, and I like cold. Like, I like, when it's like 12 below, 14 below Celsius, I'm good with that. Not going out in it, but I'm good with that. So if the streamers in the house, the cooks here, and let's face it, if you're here, you're probably a cook. Let's talk about the advantages of, more fake seasons, yeah. Let's talk about the advantages of an air fryer, if you've got one. It's not my appliance of choice. It's not the one I go to, and like I said, I have it for French fries because one of the advantages is you're using less oil. And so, of course, I don't want to use oil. I don't want to fry in my kitchen. So I got it mainly for that. They're cheap to run. Any other, what you could say, my chat, my producer is going against
What are you talking about?
fall. Fall's nice. Okay, it's way healthier to cook in. I'm going to go through what I came up with. I was thinking advantages and disadvantages. They speed up the cooking process. So you can get home and you can make a meal pretty quick. It's easy to invest in quality. These things aren't way over the top. You can get anything from $50 to $300 depending on the size. They're great for frozen pizza, and you don't have to. One of the disadvantages is they do encourage junk food eating because people think, oh, I can buy these egg rolls in the freezer section. I can buy these, semi-roasted veggies. Yes, I can buy these semi-cooked fast foods. That's one of the disadvantages. They're loud. They take up some real estate. And Allison, who is a drag performer in Toronto, in Ontario, she has said that they do take up a lot of real estate, and she doesn't want her kitchen to be that big. And another thing, and here's what we're doing today, we're stacking up our dishes, our menu, is because you can't cook 2 dishes at once. I have seen that, here's the size of mine. It's a fairly big one. I think this might be a 6-liter. It's a fairly big one. And you could put vegetables and you could put maybe potatoes and vegetables at the same time. But maybe the meat. And Jane yesterday, Treats my mom, who's in the chat, said to me, oh, I really just don't want the pork chops to be dry. You do have to use a thermometer, and your thermometer should reach about 155 Fahrenheit in order to say that's enough. So you do have to check it. And there's a guide how many minutes you should leave it on and what temperature, but still, you always use the thermometer when you're cooking meat. So let's go to the Brussels sprouts. So we're going to put some olive oil on them, a little bit of olive oil, even though it's an air fryer. So about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, about a half teaspoon of salt, a little bit of salt. We're going to put a little bit of pepper, season it. Thanks for showing up today. I really appreciate when you take a Sunday. I know streamers are always streaming themselves. I appreciate when you can come and see me. And we're going to put a little bit of breadcrumbs, which is something a little different on, but this is going to give them a little crunch. So let's see, with this much breadcrumbs, just coat them. You don't need too much. And the key to these is you're going to put in a little bit of minced rosemary. Now I don't make my rosemary, I grow it. And I grind it. Oh man, when you have something like this, you can feel a cough coming on. And when you're wearing a microphone, who wants to hear that? But it's there. All right, I'm going to toss that. I could use a little more oil to make those breadcrumbs stick. Let's put a little bit more. I did put the salt, I put the pepper. You can add anything that appeals to you, but I do like just straight up rosemary. This is not, an air fryer is not mind-boggling difficult. It's to stretch you out. Like, don't just go to the grocery store and pick up pre-made food and then come home and put it in your, you could do that in the oven too. What can you do? So that's what I'm saying. We can make a Sunday meal in our air fryer. All right, Brussels sprouts, there you go. They're ready to go. Here's what I do. By now I would have the French fries in, and then I would keep those warm. You have to do things in stages. That's the problem with it. There, I've got the Brussels sprouts lined up for the air fryer. The next thing we're going to do is some pork chops. So if you do the overhead, you can see I've got 4 pork chops for our dinner. And they are very cold. I thawed them slowly because I don't want them to go mushy. Now, I'm not breading these. I don't need to do that. I don't need to put breadcrumbs on them. I'm just going to do them in a little bit of some seasonings, but the seasonings are a little unique. It might be something that you haven't tasted. Now let's go over to our apples. Yep, it's starting to cook. So, cooks in the house. What I've done is I'm making something you may want for your Thanksgiving is I'm making an applesauce and a cranberry sauce together. So the cranberries is 3 to 4 pounds of apples, 2 cups of cranberries, a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and then go from there. I know the apple cranberry is something that yesterday I thought, I want applesauce with my pork chops, but I like cranberries this time of year. I'm going to combine them, and you can use it on turkey, any kind of poultry, any kind of pork. So it's just the cranberries, apples, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of salt to add that dynamic, and sugar, water, and then go from there. Would you like to add a little bit of orange rind, maybe a little bit of cloves?
Where did that malt syrup come in?
The malt syrup is for the drink.
Oh.
This is our drink of the day. Pie. You could use it on pie. Like, you mean like a condiment on the pie? You know what I really like? I don't know if anybody else does this. I like cheddar cheese on an apple pie. I do like that. I don't know, that alcohol is feeling really good on my throat. Maybe, I don't know.
What was in the drink again?
What was in the drink again? Okay, so it's called a Christmas pudding cocktail. So there's about 50 milliliters, what is that? 50 mils of brandy, about 25 milliliters of Grand Marnier, a splash of rum, because rum has to go in a pudding, and some mulled wine. There's the mulled wine syrup. So you're making a simple syrup with mulled wine. It just adds another dynamic to that. And then you are adding ginger beer as the mix. And there you have it, like a really nice warm drink. And then I garnished it with a little bit of crystallized ginger. It's good. So we're going to make a little bit of a coating, a dry rub for the pork chops today. Let me get rid of the alcohol for a minute. Stay with me though, we are going to be making a sun-dried tomato bread. And it is a recipe that I found from Emerald Lagasse about maybe 20 years ago. And it is delicious on a soup day or a day that you're just making something light and you want an accompaniment of bread. It's a quick bread, and you'll see there's no yeast. The drink sounds glorious. It is glorious, and I am not a really big alcohol drinker. I keep telling you that, and it just seems like I am. Hey, hello, Dana's producer here. Thank you for showing up. Drink more arsenic. Well, this is not exactly arsenic, but so happy to see you. This community that I am now breaking into, and I'm so appreciative to all of them. I watch your streams, and now you're coming back to watch mine, and that's what it's all about. So shout out to Dana's Kitchen and producer. Yeah, Darth's here. Nice to see everybody here. All right, let's start putting together the combination that I've got for the pork chops. We're going to start off with some grated Parmesan. So yeah, this is a chunk of Parmesan, and yeah, I had to I had to mortgage the house. Yeah, this community is amazing. So we're going to get half a cup. Look at this Parmesan. Look at the size of this. I live in rural Ontario, and when you go to a store and you see something that is going to last you like for the year, and you may never see it again, you get it. It's a little slick to hold on to though. Let me try it this way. Yeah, there we go. So, drink more arsenic. I don't know if you saw the snow we got. I know that you are from Texas and you don't have a lot of snow. I know nothing better than the fresh stuff. So there's our snow this morning. We love it. So we don't have a... That's not enough. That's not enough. I don't know. It's a little slick on the outside. It's kind of hard to handle. I don't want to cut it, because once you cut it, then you've got this dried, this encouragement of drying. And yeah, I think I might have more of a half cup. What? Woo! Thistle and Oak is here. I knew they would show up today. Hey, Paul and Lindsay are here. These have become part of the community that I am really happy to be part of. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the raid. Those are coming in, the 9 people who are coming in with Thistle and Oak. I'm Connie Powers. Rude Awakening TV. We stream every Sunday at noon. You're here. We do family cooking. Today we're doing everything about the air fryer. I woke up with some kind of death syndrome here, and I'm trying to work my way through the stream. Welcome, Raiders. Woohoo! Shout out to Thistle and Oak. Another streamer, another food and drink streamer. 2 people, 1 kitchen, and they know everything. Yay, Pops is here. I'm just like now meeting these people, and we're following it, and I look forward to their streams at night. We're about to. We've made basic French fries for an air fryer. We've made Brussels sprouts with nothing more than rosemary, olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and some breadcrumbs. Yay, thank you for that follow. Tired mama, aren't we all? So right now I'm going to be making a pork chop. I've got some Parmesan. I'm going to put in some 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Where's my teaspoon? This is a half teaspoon. I can deal with it. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Thistle and Oak have a new puppy, and I enjoy watching them have a new puppy. I don't ever want a puppy. Don't ever want. I want a teaspoon of paprika. So you can see no breading on this. This is all just a dry rub with a little bit. Welcome to everybody. Thanks for the raid. And a little bit of garlic powder. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. This is a half teaspoon, so I got to really work it. I could just go get. So we've got some people from Texas. We've got some people from Tennessee. If you're tired of seeing our pictures of snow today, I can show it again. 1 teaspoon there. Yeah, there's our snow today. And I don't think, let's see if my translator's here. Yeah, so we got about 3 to 5 centimeters of snow. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Just this morning. An inch. Okay. It sounds so much better when you can say 3 to 5 centimeters. It's very pretty. It really is. But it doesn't sound like we've got too much. But it's beautiful. We love it. And this is just a mixed oregano.
Where's Kraft Dinner?
Kraft is here. Yay. First time chat. No, Kraft Center's not first time chat. How'd that happen? I have about a foot of snow. Kraft Center is a Canadian, and they still use that system. But you'll find with Canadians, we do this mixed thing. We'll say, oh, there's 5 centimeters of snow. But you notice in the summertime, we really like to use imperial because we like to use Fahrenheit when we say, it's 101 out, because it sounds so much better than saying, it's 30. So we use it to our advantage. I'm going to put a little bit of mustard. 1 teaspoon, is it 1 teaspoon? I'm just going to go over 1 teaspoon of ground mustard. What's better than mustard on pork? You just need that, don't you? All right, we're going to set that aside, and we're going to do the dry rub. So if you've heard what's happening here, this is just me preluding to death. I'll make it. It's just, I don't know, I woke up. Hey, there's Decoy, yay! Decoy is my translator, I think a US citizen, and knows the Canadian metric system pretty good. So what I'm doing is, this is fairly dry. Let me get a pork. So we're doing all things air fryer today. And we have done French fries, we have done Brussels sprouts. And now we are going to do the 1,000 centimeters. Wow. Rude Awakening. My producer's got some kind of delusion over there. Maybe it's because he's the one that had to shovel it this morning. So I am patting this on, so that's the cheese and the seasonings. This is going to go right in. Instead of in the air fryer, instead of using a breadcrumb, I use the cheese, and that's what gives us that nice flavor, and it's going to give us a little bit of a crunch. I haven't had this for 2 years, and when I was teaching, I had this. Whoops, I didn't dry that one. I had this all the time, and it got old. And then I retired, and I never got it again. But at the same time, we were masking, all that masking business. And I didn't have this. And then it's a bomb kitchen. Thank you very much. We do love our kitchen. We did design this kitchen around our stream. So when we got in the kitchen designer to come to our house, when this house was being renoed, we were talking about is how it would work for the stream. And at the beginning, I think they were like, what are you doing in your kitchen? And then when the tower was going up on the roof and the lights were being installed and everything was starting to happen like a studio, I think they clued in to, oh, okay, I get it. this is now ready to go into the air fryer. Again, if I use the air fryer while I'm on stream, it's going to be a little too loud. So when we've got a few things done, I am going to start cooking our dinner. So we have French fries. We have the Brussels sprouts with a nice, did I put parm on those? No, rosemary breadcrumb. And we're going to have these pork chops that have that nice cheesy dry rub on them. All right, I'm going to clean up a bit. Don't go away, because last week I did a live demo, and I'm starting to really enjoy doing those. I do live demo shows, and I can either sponsor a kitchen, I can sponsor a company, I can sponsor a product. And last week we were about a 6-hour drive from here, and we did a traditional Christmas pudding. We've got a little bit, hey, tired mama, what's the air fryer giveaway? Oh, the air fryer giveaway, let's talk about that. So every season, and you're in it now, you're eligible for it. Every season we have a giveaway, and it is on my birthday, which is December 19th, but the draw is on the December 18th. We have a giveaway, and it's an air fryer. So what will happen is, if you are here, if you have followed me, if you've sent me a photo, any of those things, if you've participated in the chat, we calculate that, we keep track of that, and your name goes in the draw. So on the 18th, we do a live show from Speakeasy TV studio in Toronto. Yeah, I know, it is awesome. So we go to Speakeasy TV, which is a fantastic studio with a lot of content coming out of it. And we do the draw, and we ship it directly to your house. So it's not like, well, I'm not from Canada, so how do I get that? Doesn't matter. Wherever you are, we will ship it to your house. So it's going to be a Ninja air fryer. And if you're interested in that, you just are eligible, and you just, what's the word I'm looking for? Qualified, or you just got entered today. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tidy up a bit, because when I come back, I'm making a sun-dried tomato bread. What we're going to do is show you a little bit of a video of what it looked like when we were at the kitchen store doing our live demo. Watch this for a bit. Hey everybody, welcome to Rude Awakening TV. Today we're at Whitewood's home, and we have 22 guests here, and we are all going to make a traditional Christmas pudding. We've been here since 11 o'clock, and these ladies are fun. And they have had some mulled cider. They've had some Christmas pudding with a lot of rum. So it's getting a little loud. You see what I mean? See what I mean? So I want to welcome everybody in the virtual stream. Thanks for being here. Hi, hi, hi. So over here, if you look, ladies, this is what people, if you can see it, this is what people are chatting back to me. So today we're going to be making a traditional Christmas pudding. And it is originally a 14th century recipe, and it used to be called frumenti. And it was originally a recipe made with mutton. It wasn't sweet, it was savory. So you would have had mutton and dried fruits and spices that lent itself to being a savory. And then around the 16th century, when dried fruits became more available, then we started having the sweet pudding. And it used to be called, and you may know these names, plum pudding, Christmas pudding. My grandmother also called it carrot pudding. No? Well, this pudding is made with a beef suet, so we're still beckoning back to that original idea of it being a savory. All right, so we have people on the chat that are with us. Welcome to the ladies of Whitewood's home. We're in Amherstburg, Ontario, and this is my old stomping grounds, but now I'm from the Kawartha Lakes. So if some of these ladies have told me that they are fortunate enough to have a steamer, an old-fashioned steamed pudding, I'd like to, I just realized my assistant's over there, I'd like to bring on my assistant. This is Chris. Come on, Chris. And Chris is going to be helping us today. She is a fairly new employee here, and she's experienced with all of this, so she's going to help us a lot. Thanks, Chris. Mm-hmm. Go away now. So like I said, this pudding is my grandmother's recipe. And as I explained to the ladies before, my grandma was my human, and she used to make this every year. And it was almost a mystery of how delicious she would make this, and we all waited for it. And maybe like your families too, there's some people who like it, there's some people who don't like it. And you know those people. But then everybody tastes it for the first time and they say, oh, that's delicious. So we use a beef suet. And like I was telling the ladies earlier, we grind our own suet. And we get fat from the butcher, we bring it home and we grind it. We have a video that we're going to show you us grinding that suet. All right, we're not going to show the whole video because, I don't know, it's not as exciting as live. Yes, that is a serious, for real, that is a serious grinder. Decoy says that you need that. It is a serious grinder, and I got it from, of course, a kitchen store. And I am surprised at how often I use it. And now I've become really, suspicious of ground meat that I can see in the grocery store. So sometimes, I want to put a pork, veal, or a beef together if I'm making some sort of like a tortilla pie or something like that, that I want that mix, cabbage rolls. It's one of those things, though, you need you need to have storage space for it. That's the thing. We're going to go on to a sun-dried tomato bread. Like I said earlier, this is a recipe I got from Emeril Lagasse when, the days of him doing a live, not even a live, but a network cooking show, the days when he first started saying bam to everything and we thought it was wonderful. This particular recipe I did hold on to, and I use it, a couple times a year. You're going to put in 2.5, I'm going to follow his recipe, 2.5 cups of flour. Now, if you're a cook, how are you going to measure your flour? Don't dip into your flour. You load your half cup, your 1 cup up, and then you level off, because it's surprising how easy it is. There's 1 cup. It's surprising how easy it is to over flour, measure. So just scoop it in, overfill, and then level off. So there's 2.5. If you pack it in, you just go with your scooper and you go in, you're going to get too much flour in your dish. 2.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm not sure which one it is. 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm just following along with this because I don't remember it. I don't memorize. I have made the same stinking recipes, and I don't.
He broke his KitchenAid grinding meat.
Oh, yes. Paul did do that. You broke it. And when you were telling me that you were freezing the meat, first thing that went into my head was, oh, he's going to break his KitchenAid. So, the grinder that I have, it takes some space. But when you do need it, it's there, it's reliable, and it grinds away. Then we are going to add in, so I've put in baking powder, salt, baking soda. Now I've got 1.5 cups of buttermilk. I didn't have enough buttermilk, so I added some cream and some vinegar, and you can see I've got a really nice soured milk. Yeah, that's what I have. 1.5 cups of buttermilk, or a nice soured milk like that. Cooks in the house, Dutch whisk. If you're a baker, a Dutch whisk is something that should be in your kitchen. And you will see there are 2 types. There's one with, you can see it, there's one with 1 and there's one with 2. This one is for if you've got a thinner batter. This one I want to use if there's a little bit of a drag. All right, so I've got that in there and 2 large eggs. So this is a bread. Paul, I think you would enjoy this bread actually. This is a bread that you can use on a soup day, chili day. Thistle and Oak made a nice chili, a bison chili yesterday.
Buttermilk.
You had me at buttermilk. Does that mean yes when I had you, or like no? Yeah, you use buttermilk and you've got it. You're going to put in 2 tablespoons of sugar. There's no yeast in this. This is a quick bread, but it's yummy. You're going to put in 2 tablespoons of the oil from your sun-dried tomatoes. So just go into the jar. You can smell sun-dried tomatoes. Put in the... You notice I'm not mixing it because I don't want to over-mix this stuff. And then I'm going to put in 3/4 cup of chopped. I should have done that ahead of time, but I didn't. And these are pretty chopped, so I'm going to put them right in. You've never used a Dutch whisk, and that's something that I do bring up on my stream a lot because I'm a proponent of the Dutch whisk. I noticed, Paul, that your chef expertise lends itself great to vegetables, meat, pizzas, that kind of thing, but I haven't seen you bake yet. So this is something, if Treats by Mom is still here, you'll see that a Dutch whisk is something that we use when we don't want to over mix. And I am really a big fan of mixing in a bowl. I know, baked goods with buttermilk. Am I the only cook that has a complete, I don't know, I was going to say liters, but I've got a couple liters of buttermilk in my fridge at all times. So the drink today, I was telling Paul and Lindsay about it yesterday. It is a traditional Christmas pudding cocktail. You'll see this isn't my normal voice. I'm heavy.
It's going to be smoother though if you drink that.
Okay, so a 1/4 cup of chopped green onions. You can see this is such a savory dish. So overhead, yeah, there we go. Producer's on it. So if you could please, if you're here and you don't already follow Thistle and Oak, they stream wonderful streams. I don't know how they do it, but their streams engage me for hours. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy what the chat away from food. They're interesting people. They're interesting cooks. Give them a follow and watch their stream. Dana's Kitchen is on here. If anybody is a streamer, let us know because we do want to support and encourage other people to follow you. It's because I'm there. I don't know. Maybe Lindsay and Paul might differ. I think it's because their new puppy's name is Wilson. We don't often see Wilson. We just hear Wilson. Paul, what's the other dog's name? They are great people. They are. They do a great job with their chat. And, you know, just when you think you've got a knack for your own stream, when you've got a knack for your own stream and then all of a sudden you watch another streamer and you say, you know, when I grow up, I want to be just like Thistle and Oak. So I've learned to slow the frick down because, I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to panic and rush through my dishes and I should just enjoy it. Yeah, this throat thing's a little bit annoying. So I took some Benylin. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Benylin. I don't know, what's it going to do? I found it in the cupboard. I thought I'm going to take some of that. Mojo, right? Mojo. All right, I put a little bit extra of the green onions because I'm going to use up what I have, and I like that flavor. All right, we're going to add in some basil. So I do have the recipe up. If Tom will put it up, if you want to see it. I have got, good, I can see it from here. We're down to 4.5 teaspoons chopped fresh basil, 4.5 teaspoons chopped fresh oregano, and parsley. You know what? I didn't have parsley, and I didn't put it in. So I'm putting in the seasonings. And at this point, I think I better start mixing it because I'm starting to get a lot in there. But if you notice what the Dutch whisk does, it doesn't kill the batter. I'm not using a mixer. I'm not using a spoon, which is blunt on it. I'm allowing that batter to go right through the loops. That's nice. It's very nice. Okay, it feels a little bit light. I'm not quite sure. Did I do 2.5 cups? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, let's just keep going because it feels a little bit lighter. We're going to put in a little bit of garlic. Now, I usually chop my own garlic. For this bread, I use the garlic that's in oil because it's going to incorporate a little bit easier. So I want to put in, let's do 1.5 teaspoons. Oh God, I thought I had the ginger. Minced garlic. I know. And this is 1/2 cup of grated provolone. There we go. We're going to have some consistency starting to build now. And then 1/4 cup of Parmesan. What happened to my Parmesan? 1/4 cup of this. Yay. Is that is Lindsay. I think that is, yeah. Thank you so much for showing up. I know Lindsay worked last night. That's what she said on the stream. So it always makes me feel good when somebody will wake up and say, oh, I'm going to log on to that stream. Okay, so I'm putting about 1/4 cup the size of my Parmesan. Do you love it? I was telling the chat that I had to sell my grandson, mortgage my house for this. And then we just put it back in and keep it for another day. All right, let's mix this up. So this bread, go back to the recipe for a minute because Paul and Lindsay might have some interest in this bread. It's a bread that you can make.
That's a chunk of cheese.
That was a chunk of cheese, yeah. You can make this really easy, quickly, and like as your soup is cooking, you've got this bread going. So let's now go into the pan. I'm going to oil the pan because I don't want it to stick. Okay, a little trick about oiling a pan. This might be something that you've never thought about. If you're a cook, you may have thought of this, is you want to only oil it halfway. And why is that? Yeah, I know, Lindsay guessed I was a teacher and I just realized there's a teacher technique. Why is that you don't oil it all the way up? You want your bread to rise with the baking soda. You want it to rise and stick to the pan because if it doesn't, it rises and it slides back down. So I want you to only oil halfway because then it comes up, it stays there, and it continues to rise inside the dough rather than fall on itself. So we'll put it at the bottom. Only halfway up. And then we're putting the batter inside. Now, for my American viewers, our cranberry and apple condiment is almost done. We're going to go back to that. All right, so let's put it into our pan. This looks like a nicer batter than last time I made this.
You didn't know that.
Jane, is that new to you? Well, it is sort of those one of those tricks that's kind of passed on from my grandmother, and it makes sense. It's just one of those things that she would teach you to do. I don't even know if, that comes out in cooking classes or in chef school. It's just one of those things my grandmother taught me. All right, there we go. There we have it. We've got a nice bread. We're going to bake that at 350 for about an hour. You know how a quick bread is, so let's put this in. So if we look at the time, it is 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. We'll come back in about 2:15 and we'll see, maybe like 50 minutes, we'll check it. We are going to, there's some cooks on the stream, we are going to play a little game. You ready? We're going to play a little game while I'm tidying up before we look at our cranberry. It's called Name That Chef. Come on, cooks on the chat, or even people who watch cooking shows. That's Yellow Hat Chef, very close. I cannot believe that you didn't cut your teeth on this guy's show. I never liked it because this guy is the beginning of when shows started to be competitive. Yeah, decoy, yay! Yay, somebody else just got it. Okay, those people who you're here, you got entered into the contest. If you just named it, you got entered into the contest again. Yay, good for you. This, my little American friends.
Nothing little in Texas.
Nothing little in Texas. This is a dish that we made earlier. It is apple cranberry sauce. So it goes across the board on whatever you want to serve it with. And it's just like 3 to 4 pounds of apples. There, see, I said pounds for you. And some cranberries, sugar, lemon juice, cinnamon, salt. Boom, bam, and you've got it. All right, so I think that is going to bring us to the end of the stream. I know these long-winded streamers who are saying, wow, she's only been on an hour, 20 minutes. That's all we can do. With this throat right now, I've never actually seen his shows. Well, you know what? You might be younger because Iron Chef was, I don't know, 80s maybe? I don't know if there's anybody old enough in the chat. Sorry, Paul, no points for you. Didn't guess that one. All right, so we've got this, and we're going to say goodbye to the chat. We're going to say goodbye to our stream, and we are going to start cooking in the air fryer because of the noise. Ah, okay. I have a daughter who was born in 1985. Okay, wow, some youngies here. A daughter was born in 1985. 1982, and they do remember the Iron Chef. Yeah, it was really nice seeing you too, Decoy. I know we see each other on chats all the time, but it was nice, and thank you for being part of my chat today. For everybody, keep cooking and nourishing yourself, and for today, this kitchen is closed.